What's up everybody, I'm Seth Fowler and today I'm reviewing the brand new Air Jordan 1 Gatorade collaboration in the Grape colorway. Thanks so much for tuning in today, guys. Make sure to give me a follow on Instagram and on Twitter at RealSethFowler. But with all that being said, let's get into it. As you guys know, today Gatorade and Jordan brand dropped a collaboration on 4 Air Jordan 1 sneakers. And as you guys can also probably tell, I'm still in Kansas, and that's why the background's different, but that doesn't mean I'm gonna stop doing videos or stop reviewing sneakers. So I had to stop by the Foot Locker in the Manhattan Town Center to actually pick up a pair of the Air Jordan 1s in the Grape colorway. I think it's also the only Foot Locker or sneaker store in Manhattan, Kansas. So, thank God they got them. Something interesting about this drop is that not all of the 4 colorways dropped at just about every retailer. Certain places got some colorways, other places got other colorways. I think the most common colorway was the orange colorway, with blue and purple being the second most common and the neon green being the most limited. Actually, before we even get into the sneakers, let's take a really quick look at the box because they actually changed up the packaging for this collaboration. Rather than having your standard Air Jordan 1 black and red box, it actually came in this all orange and Gatorade green colored box. Well, I guess there's really only one hit of Gatorade green, and that's that line across the bottom, but it's still there. A majority of the box is covered in this rough matte finish, which is a little bit different than what they usually do. You've got your Mike Gatorade logo on the top in white, Nike logo on the side, and then size tag on the front in white and orange. Something else that I really liked about the packaging is that it also came with this Gatorade and Jumpman towel, which I thought was really cool. But enough of what's going on around the shoes, let's take a look at the shoes themselves. Here it is, the Air Jordan 1 Gatorade collaboration in the Grape or Rush Violet colorway. Starting off in the upper of the sneaker, one thing you might notice is that the entire upper is actually covered in tumbled purple leather. Although the leather is tumbled, it still doesn't feel as plush or as nice as leather on the Bred 1s or the shattered backboards. It looks nice, don't get me wrong, but tumbled leather is not always a great indicator of leather quality. As I mentioned before, the entire upper is covered in this Rush Violet colorway. Each colorway in the collaboration is meant to represent a Gatorade flavor, and this of course is meant to represent grape. One thing I will say though, now that I see these in hand, is that online they definitely looked a lot more purple. In hand they have more of like a bluish tinge to them, which isn't bad, but it's not exactly what I was expecting. One thing I really do like about all the colors in this collaboration is that even though there's different accent versions of that one color, the accents are all a similar tone to the main color, so you do get that really monochromatic, really solid color looking shoe. It just makes it look more cohesive, and it makes the Gatorade accents even more vibrant. Moving up the shoe, you got your standard Air Jordan 1 flat laces, this time around in purple. A nice touch is that at the end of the laces you have this orange plastic aglet, which actually looks pretty nice. If you're not a fan of the standard laces that match the upper, the shoe also comes with a pair of white laces and a pair of orange laces, if you're really trying to mix up the colorway and make it look more vibrant. I personally might actually switch these laces out for the white laces because I kind of like that look a little bit better, but we'll see what I do. You've got your standard Air Jordan 1 nylon tongue in the same purple that you have on the rest of the shoe. At the top of the tongue you've got this orange leather tag with Nike Air debossed into it. I've got to be honest though, the deboss though isn't that deep, so I can't really read the Nike Air too well, but it's not a big deal. Also, it actually looks like they use really nice leather on the tag, which I appreciate. The tag continues around to the back of the tongue and it says "Be Like Mike" in white printing. Inside the shoe, you've got your regular Air Jordan 1 mesh sock liner, this time around in purple, obviously. One of my favorite details on this collaboration is that the insole of the sneaker is actually in Gatorade green with the Gatorade logo printed on the heel. As for sizing, these fit just like any other Air Jordan 1. For me, that's true to size. If you own any other pairs of Air Jordan 1s, just go with the same sizing you use on those. And if you've never owned a pair of Jordan 1s before, just make sure to try one on before you buy it, just to make sure the sizing is right for you. Moving back on the shoe, you've got your Nike swoosh on the midfoot in purple, and then of course you've got your Air Jordan wings logo debossed into the upper. Moving around to the back of the shoe, you've got the Gatorade lightning bolt printed into the heel. It's actually pressed into the leather in this sort of glossy material, so it does give it a little bit more dimensionality to it. And because it's gloss on a matte sneaker, it actually catches the light really nicely. One thing I've noticed when looking around the shoe, and this could just be my mind messing with me, but at the edges of all the leather pieces, it looks like there's a little hint of orange, and I don't know if that was on purpose or if that's just the natural color of the leather, but just something I noticed. Moving down the shoe, you've got your standard Air Jordan 1 midsole and outsole, this time around in semi-translucent purple. I'm not really a huge fan of translucent or semi-translucent midsoles on Air Jordan 1s, but to be honest, it kind of makes sense on this collaboration. One, because it kind of looks like Grape Gatorade, which I like, and two, because when you flip over to the bottom of the shoe, you can actually see through to the Gatorade logo. That was actually one of my favorite hidden touches, and I didn't realize that they had done that, but I think it looks really cool. Overall, the Gatorade Air Jordan 1 in the Rush Violet or Grape colorway is definitely not a bad looking sneaker. I think out of the 4 colorways, the orange colorway might be my favorite, but honestly the purple isn't bad. I do have to say though that the colorway is not as saturated as I thought it was going to be, and that kind of bums me out a little bit, but I still like it. This shoe retailed for $175 US, which is a little bit more expensive than your regular Air Jordan 1s, but hey, you know what? Came with a towel. Now that we've got the review out of the way, let's throw these guys on feet and see how they look. Make sure to leave a comment in the comment section down below letting me know which of the 4 colorways of the Gatorade and Air Jordan 1 is your favorite. And as always guys, thank you so much for watching. Please make sure to give this video a big thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe to me, Seth Fowler, if you want to see more content just like this, and follow me in all other forms of social media. The links will be in the description below.